I'm nervous.
Me too.
Hi guys, what is up? It's Ariel. Welcome back to my channel. So today I'm here with my mom. Say hi.
Hi.
I introduced you. So today we're gonna be answering some questions. I asked you guys on my Instagram to ask me some juicy questions for my mom to answer, questions that you wouldn't even ask your own mom or you're too scared to, and she's gonna answer. So are you ready to answer some questions?
Maybe, but I'll try.
Have you ever done drugs?
No.
Really?
Yes.
Have you ever smoked a cigarette?
I tried to puff on one once and I got so sick that I never tried it again.
When did you have your first kiss?
I think I was around 16, but I wouldn't count that as my first kiss per se.
Did you like that person or no?
Well, obviously you gotta have some attraction to kiss somebody, right?
No, I've known some people who don't like people. I've kissed boys I don't like at all.
Ariel! I'm pretty sure it wasn't memorable because I don't quite remember.
Oh, sorry too. You don't remember who it was?
I mean, I think I do, but anyways.
What is the craziest thing that you've done in high school or college?
So that's a loaded question because I was not a quote-unquote good kid. But I think the craziest thing that I did, well, one of the things that I can even talk about was that I went to college and at like 2 o'clock in the morning, we had a game, Truth or Dare, and whoever lost would have to go out in their underwear and run around the water fountain at Berkeley. And we did that. I thankfully did not lose, but yes, I participated in that event. That was one of the crazier ones. But the goofiest one was when I was in high school, I was a senior, and back then what we did was we toilet papered people's houses. And when I went with one of my good friends, we went to this house. There it belonged to twin Chinese boys in my class. I TP'd it, and me being clumsy, when I heard the light go on in their house, I was running away. I tripped, I fell, I skinned both my knees, and I couldn't walk, and I'm sitting there bleeding. And so the owner of the house, including their two boys, had to come out and rescue me and bring me into their house to bandage my knees after they saw that I desecrated their house.
That's not really crazy. Did you ever do anything crazy?
Well, it depends on what you define as crazy. I thought it was pretty crazy for my time.
for my time.
I mean,
what's your favorite date you've ever been on?
Oh, that's easy. So when I applied to medical school, my mom asked a friend of ours to show me around the Midwest, which is Milwaukee, and he bailed. So he asked Jeff, who's
my dad.
Yeah, he's my husband now. I love him very much, to jump in. So I met him, and then he drove me around, took me to Chicago. We went on this boat ride, went up the Sears Tower, everything. And he said he fell in love with me because when I opened the trunk of my rental car, I had 2 jackets, one for him and one for me. And he said that he knew right away that I had a good heart because he was always the caretaker, but for someone to care for him, that was a sign of true love. And so after that, yeah, we talked every day for about 2 or 3 hours.
Oh, wait, was it love at first sight?
Well, I mean, I don't think you can truly call it love, but yeah, I felt that he was someone special the first time I met him.
How old were you when you had me?
Let me see, you were born in 2000 and I was born in 1967. So what was the math in that? I was like 32 years old, maybe? Do the math first before
Wait, I'm putting on a calculator. You're supposed to answer.
What?
Was it 2000?
You were born in 2000. I was born in 1967.
You were 33.
Okay.
And how old were you when you had your first drink?
I was 23.
You didn't drink till you were 23?
No, I never drank, smoked, or did drugs because I would get sick.
How do you feel about birth control?
I am not against it because I believe that God opens and closes the womb, but I believe that if a woman needs it, then I'm not against it.
How old were you when you had your first relationship?
I was 17 years old, 17 and a half.
Wait, how many boyfriends have you had?
Aside from my husband, only one.
Does giving birth hurt?
Well, my first time was a C-section, so it wasn't that bad, but yes, contractions are quite painful and the recovery can be quite challenging, but it's different from women to women. So yes, it can be painful, but it's absolutely worth it.
What was the worst part about your pregnancy?
The throwing up.
Did you throw up?
All the time, especially with my 3rd child. I thought 1 child, no more twins. I was sick every single day for 9 months. But it's different for everybody. Some people don't get sick a single day.
Do you think I have good taste in men?
not so far. But I think you're maturing. I think you're changing in your taste. So yes, you are improving.
A for effort. Okay, give me your top 3 qualities to look for in a guy.
I think the 3 most important quality for me as a man is someone who is kind, loyal, and brave.
What's the outfit you feel most beautiful in? Isn't that a cute question?
It is a cute question. Oh, so like the outfit that you bought me is a jumpsuit that's black with a little
Oh, with
belt.
the white polka dots?
No.
Oh no, the long sleeve one?
Yes, that one.
Oh,
I like
one's
that
really
one the
cute.
best. Yeah.
Yeah, I picked it out.
Ew.
Oh, I'm sick. What's your opinion on the coronavirus?
That's a hard one. I think it's a tough thing for everybody, especially this isolation. But I believe that it's helped to bring people together and shown how good God is in the ways He's provided for us, and that to really give a chance to share the love of Jesus is this difficult time. But it is hard.
What's a good time for someone to start dating? Or what's a good age?
I don't think there really is an age, although I think past high school is good because you're still changing so much. I think it's when you know yourself well enough that you have confidence who you are, especially who you are in Jesus, and that you're ready to grow to know another person. I think that's the right time.
What would you do if I came home and I said I was pregnant?
I wouldn't be happy, but I would support you and have you have the baby and see where God leads.
What's your favorite and least favorite thing about me?
Well, I love everything about Ariel, but I wish that she would not be so cranky, because the least favorite thing that anybody wants to do is to wake her up in the morning. The most beautiful thing I love about Ariel is she's a loyal person and she has a big heart.
Thanks, Mom. How do you feel about me being on the internet?
I think it's a beautiful gift from God that you have such influence, and I pray for you every day you continue it to help others and to spread the love of God. I think it's a great thing.
What is your craziest Jesus story?
So I think my craziest Jesus story was I was in an eye doctor, and after I went to my visit, I met this Jewish lady who needed help to find her car. So I drove around with her in the parking lot for about an hour and a half to find her car. And then afterwards, when we finally found it, she said, "Can I buy you lunch?" And I said, "No, it's okay. I just did it to help you because I love Jesus." He goes, "Oh, but is it okay if I love him too?" And I was like, "Yeah, why not? Because I'm Jewish." And I said, "Well, that's okay. So is he." So, now we're friends.
What's a piece of advice that you have for my generation?
I think for your generation, I pray for you guys to have perseverance, because I think life is going to get pretty tough if this pandemic is any evidence of that. So I do pray that you know the Lord Jesus and learn to persevere through this persecution by hanging on to him.
Do you think I have good eating habits?
I think
my friends ask me that because I don't.
No, I think you do have good eating habits, Ariel. I think all of us fail at some point, but you really try. You've made some really good dishes, like your avocado eggs, your cereal, your milk. I've seen you change over time, Ariel. Now, some things I would change, but for the most part, no, I think you're improving quite a bit.
Wait, how old were you when you met my dad?
I was 24 or 25 years old. I was a first-year medical student, and he was a third-year medical student. He's 2 years younger than me, but he's 2 years ahead of me.
You like younger men. Cake cooker. What's your favorite part about being a mom?
The relationship that I have with my kids, my boys, and you, and just the joy of just seeing you guys grow.
Who do you think will get married first?
I really don't know. Probably you, Ariel, because you're probably the most ready, but
Who do you think should get married first? Me?
probably,
Who's next? Jaden?
maybe.
Justin's last?
I'm not going to commit myself.
How old were you when you became a Christian?
I was around 33, 34 years old.
Who's your favorite child?
I'm not going to answer that question, Ariel.
It's me.
I'm not going to answer that question.
Who's your favorite kid to hang out with? Me.
No, I love to hang out with all of you.
No, you like to hang out with me most.
No, and sometimes you're grumpy though, Ariel.
Have you ever stolen anything?
Yeah.
I have too.
Yeah, when I was little, I stole some gum. I'm like, why would you steal gum? Looking back, so dumb. If you're gonna steal anything, make it worthwhile.
I didn't steal anything when I was a teenager, but when I was little, I used to take stuff because I just liked it. I just didn't think it was bad. I just took
I
it.
know, I didn't think it was either, but looking back, I was little too and I stole gum. I'm like, why would you just steal gum?
Have you ever snuck out of your house?
Yes.
How many times have you snuck out?
I think a few times, and one time, because this is all God, I came back and my dad was sitting there inside my window waiting for me, and I never did it again.
All right, those are my questions that I asked my mom. I know you guys love having her on this channel, so give it a thumbs up for my mom and subscribe down below if you want to see more videos. And with that said, we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.